or at least I hope so. So just so you're kind of aware, here's what we're doing. That this paper that we just spent majority of the class working on, if you did not finish the front and back, that is your homework. Most of you guys did. If you didn't, though, I want you to try to finish that and turn it in next time. If you're planning to retest, this is the ticket. Topic 1 is equations ticket. Topic 2 is inequalities ticket. So if you are retesting, you have to turn that in to me. The retest is going to be next class, right at the beginning. So we're just going to take time in class. Do it. If you're not retesting, I have something for you to work on. It'll be like 30 minutes. We're doing it this time. It's probably not going to be normal, but we're going to do it this time because solving is so important, okay? I actually do want to get started just on our first little 2 pages in here, really page and a half if we're being honest, about what it means to be a function or not. I'm going to give you a break on the Delta Math, and we'll do Delta Math at the beginning of next class, but I just think we've got some time right now. This isn't too bad to do, so let's just do it to it. We're on page 2. Page 2. They're kind of hard to see because of the little dots everywhere, but here we are, okay? So, page 2. Page 2. Functions. Yes, I'm hoping that you're going to be like, this sounds familiar. I know. But it's very much a Friday. That's why I got my smiley face shirt on. Okay, so here we go. We're talking about identifying functions. We're going to do a few vocabs, a few examples, call it quits, make sure we know this going into the weekend, and you can go home and tell all your friends about functions. Okay, so a function, first vocabulary word, is a mathematical equation or inequality relating 2 variables to each other in which the independent variable, x, does not repeat. That is the biggest takeaway from today. X cannot repeat if it's a function. So a lot of relations we're going to look at, like tables and mappings and ordered pairs, we're just going to look at the x's. And if one of those guys repeats, not a function. If they're all brand new, it will be a function. If we have graphs is kind of hard to tell if all the x's repeat, so we have a test we can do. Y'all know what test we're going to do?
Oh, the vertical line test.
Very good. Vertical line test, which I abbreviate because y'all know I just don't like spelling. VLT. So this is really only something we're going to use on graphs, on pictures. But we can draw vertical lines through our graphs. And the graph cannot touch the vertical line more than once. If it crosses your vertical line more than one time, big X, not a function.
No. Oh,
okay?
Yes. That worked.
So with relations, we can have graphs. We're going to do a whole lot of graphing. So these are graphs, so we would be doing VLT here. You can have tables. We do a lot of table work. You can have mappings. I would draw in on these mappings, X and Y. Y'all do this with me. In a table or a mapping, X is typically on the left. Sometimes your tables go this way. It's typically on the top. The STAR test does a lot of those. So we're going to go through and we're going to be able to identify. You're going to have a test on this unit, and these are the questions. Here's a bunch of stuff. Tell me if it's a function or not. So let's do the first graph. Graphs, we're doing the vertical line test. Function or not?
Function.
Function. Why?
Because
it
only touches once. Do y'all do vertical line or did y'all call it the pencil test?
We didn't do any of that.
Vertical line, good. I like that. Okay. What about this guy?
no.
Why not?
Because
Touches 2 times. So not a function. Okay. Let's talk tables. Tables, we're looking at our x's. I'm going to circle my x's because that's really the only thing that I care about. I don't care what's going on with the y's. Y's can repeat. It's x's that cannot. -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Did any of those guys repeat?
No.
So then that means it is a... All right, I'm going to circle my x's here. They turn the table sideways. That's okay. I still know where my x's are. They're in the top. Check them. -2, 0, -2, 7, -8. Why? What repeated? -2 and -2. So that's a fail. Mappings. I don't really feel like we see mappings too often other than this. But I labeled X was the left little bubble, Y is the right little bubble, and then each X like has an arrow going to each Y. So you're gonna check each of those X's and make sure that they only have one little arm going to one Y. So I'm going through 10 only goes here, so 10's good. Is 3 good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is 4 good?
Yeah.
Is 7 good?
Yeah.
Is 5 good?
Yeah.
So this is a function. What about this mapping?
No. Not a function.
Why?
Is 5 repeat?
Because how many little arms does 5 have?
2.
2.
So does
Fails.
8.
Where's
No,
8?
that's because there's not an extra number. On the far left, I was like, not on the left one.
On the left. Oh, yeah. It's a Y's can repeat and still be a function. It's all about X's. That's why I honestly don't even look at the Y's. Okay? All right, 4 more. Now, this graph right here and this one, these are still graphs. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but those graphs have dots, and we're going to talk about what that means more in the next class. Do what? It's kind of like, yes, it's discrete. Kind of like a scatter plot. It's discrete data. We're not going to connect the lines. But we're going to do our vertical line test because it's still a graph, and we got to make sure. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to draw a vertical line through each dot.
It's a function.
Why?
Because it only touches one time.
Check.
We didn't do any of
Assume
this.
slope is after
We just
this.
kind of just like looked at it and went, oh,
Yeah.
it's a function.
I hate slope.
They didn't
We-
really teach us anything.
They didn't do it.
Okay, let's finish these and not just bash our middle school people. Y'all are good. All right, let's look at these ordered pairs. Ooh, ordered pairs. How is an ordered pair written?
I don't know.
Coordinate point.
Order.
What comes first? What
X.
your X value and then your Y value. So the only thing we really care about when we're determining functions are the first number. So you see how I just underlined the first number in each ordered pair. Is that guy a function?
Yes.
Why?
Because none of the numbers repeat.
No repeating X's. What about these ordered pairs?
No.
What's the problem?
3 and 3 repeat.
Three repeats.
3 repeats a lot. 3 repeats once, but 1 repeat is too many.
And then
What about this guy?
it's a function.
No, that's not a function.
They're gonna cross
It's not a function.
Oh, they
Ooh.
crossed.
Where's our problems?
Not a function.
Where's our that it's not a function, but what values are our problems?
There's
2 dots.
2 dots when X is 1 and 2 dots when X is 3. I told you that'd be quick. You okay with that? All right.
Actually, no.
No.